topic is about merits of socialism. So we already completed what are the features of socialism. So in this video we are going to see merits and demerits of socialism. So first one is reduction in inequalities, which we saw already, that is no one is allowed to own or use private property in case of socialism. So there is a reduction of inequalities, means of production or in the hands of government, which leads to reduction in inequalities among the people. All the people are treated equally in case of socialist economy. Next point, rational allocation of resources, that is the central planning authority, which is called as central government, will give the resources to all the sectors. It provides these resources in the country are provided to all the sectors by the government, and wastages are minimized in case of socialist economy, and investments are made in pre-planned manner by the government, which leads to rational allocation of resources. Resources in the countries refers to, that is capital, land, everything which is given by the government to all the sectors equally. Since it is in the hands of government, wastages in the country are minimized and investments are made in pre-planned manner by the government. Then third point, absence of class conflicts. So there is no conflicts between rich and poor in the society. All are treated equally. Then fourth point, end of trade cycles. So trade cycle, which we already saw, it is also called as business cycle, means increase or decrease in national income. Okay, so in this point, production and distribution are in the hands of government, which we saw already, which leads to economic fluctuations are avoided. That is national income, there is no difference in national income or avoided, since all the sectors are in the hands of government. It is called as trade cycle. Trade cycle refers to increase or decrease in national income. So there is no fluctuation in national income or fluctuation, economic fluctuations are avoided. Okay. Then fifth point, promotes social welfare. As we know, government main aim is to provide social welfare. So production inequalities, reduction in inequalities, absence of class conflicts, and reduction of economic fluctuations. So these are the features of socialist economy, which leads to what? Increase in production in the country. So it leads to economic, promotes social welfare in the country, which is one of the merits of socialism. So the social welfare of the people are given main importance. So these are the merits of socialism. So there are 5 points in case of merits. Next we move on to demerits. We'll see one by one. First one is red tapeism and bureaucracy. Red tapeism na enna, excessive control by the government. In case of government sectors, that is they provide excessive rules and regulations, which is called as red tapeism. Bureaucracy, strict command or strict control by the government. That is also one of the demerits in case of socialism. Why? It takes time consuming to do any work by the government sectors, that if they start any work to complete it, it consumes time. So that's why it is called as time consuming. And approval of many officials, that is to approve any projects it takes time in case of socialism. So one of the demerit is red tapeism and bureaucracy. Then second demerit is absence of incentives. Incentives refers to any benefits. Okay, so no incentives for hard work in case of socialist economy, that is no incentives for hard work for the people in case of socialist economy, whereas in case of capitalist economy the private sector provides benefits to the people if they work hard in the way of bonus or anything else, so which leads to productivity reduces in case of socialist economy, which is one of the demerits in case of socialist economy. Then third one is limited freedom of choice, no freedom for the consumers. In case of socialist economy, consumers' freedom is limited. Okay, that is one of the demerit. Then fourth one, last one is concentration of power. The state or the central government has full power. So misuse of power, since all the power full, that is the full country is in the hands of the government, so they may misuse the power. The people who work in the government sector may misuse the power. That is one of the demerits of socialist economy, that is the concentration of power. Okay, so these are the demerits. First one is red tapeism and bureaucracy. Then absence of incentives for the people in case of government sectors. But even though it is said like this, but of course the government sector people, of course they get benefits, bonus. Then limited freedom of choice and concentration of power. So these are the demerits. But remember one thing, this socialist rules at present, it is not followed by any countries. That is now no rules that is fully followed by the countries. The no socialist rules are followed by the countries. So that's it. Next topic in next video we'll move on to mixed economy.